tap with me dealing with the science of a Moorish mind. Islam? Because one of the things the Prophet required us to do is to study.
Islam.
If you don't study, you could never get the total significance and meaning of the lessons that the Holy Prophet Noah Ali has blessed us with. Islam?
That's right.
You could never transmute into the lesson as a body beautiful. You have to get to the stage of belief. You know, you got some Moors that run around and say, "Well, I'm past belief." Your actions don't tell that. You have belief is our first heaven.
That's right.
We're attracted to things based on the senses of the power of ourselves. And we are drawn to that belief. Islam?
Islam.
But once we begin to manifest and take them seeds of perfect development and put them into the soil of soul and begin to unfold as does the bud unfold to show the flower, then the resurrection is a fact.
It's a fact. Islam. Come on.
It's most certain. We got some evidence now. So now we just shook up the fruition of ourselves. We are getting into the real us. Islam?
Islam.
And after you get into the real us,
Come on, spirit, man.
you get into the dialectic spirit.
Come on.
Because wisdom speaking out the highest planes of spirit life.
Islam.
If you ain't speaking out the highest planes of spirit life, you just being what you told, what you know. Islam?
Islam.
So what we're doing with the science of a Moorish mind, we're looking at the people that's coming in the temple without judgment. And your cup must be empty. You can't take Moorish science and pour it all over Negro, black, and color and still be in the temple with the feds on. You got to rend the rock. You got to bring down those lofty misinterpretations and fill the valley up with love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And before you all came, we talked about so kindly has the great God Allah united our duty to our nature. So automatically we supposed to be functioning on this road. Islam?
Islam.
But we got to have a divine connection to the spirituality and the volitions. And the word volitions means that we have the will to execute what we think and what we know. Islam?
Islam.
Friday is our holy day. I'm going to give a special honor to the first physical man.
Islam.
You know anything about that one? Islam?
Islam.
Because that gives us exceeding power.
Okay.
Islam?
Islam.
That gives us the abilities to rise above the murky ethers of the flesh. The murky ethers, where we didn't put layers and layers of ideology
Come on.
prohibiting us from becoming into our ancestors, invoking the mystical presence. More scientific of America is where the gods are at. Yeah, brother, talking you're a temple monk, you better believe it.
That's right. Pop your
You
collar.
better believe I'm a temple monk.
Islam.
What else would I be?
Proud of it.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Islam.
So when one tell you a temple monk, you better believe it.
That's right.
I said, let me find you where I left you.
Islam.
The chair's in the temple. The charter is in the temple. Well, the Moorish America is not a government. Well, that's your measure of understanding.
Come on.
We know the Moorish Scientific America is an agency that we do business in. But it's part of the national divine movement that's set up on free national standards.
Come on.
And free national constitution. And free national government.
Islam.
Tell me the Moorish Scientific America ain't no government. Because out from that school
Comes the guidance of the nation. That's right. Come on, Grand
You
Chief.
can have guidance of the nation. Yeah, must have governmental intellect.
Islam.
And abilities to guide.
Islam.
So you align on your prophet. Create a terrible doom for yourself.
Islam.
It says in one holy book, O ye children of Adam, let not Satan seduce you, as they seduce your parents, stripping them from their garments, which is their innocence, causing them to go out and grab on the mere ideas.
Man. Islam.
But honor. My message is on honor today. And the reason I'm looking at the chairman because he's the honor king. This mo get so much honor up here, you be like, yeah, but praise be to Allah. So I want to give a special message out concerning Brother Weaver Bay. Bear with me. Brother Weaver Bay was out of Connecticut. And he was the Grand Sheik of one of the greatest sheiks of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Islam.
Islam.
And he always wrote an article that would pep Moors up, Islam.
Islam.
See, one thing about Moors that love the Prophet, they don't love it for themselves.
That's right.
They feel bad when they can't give it to nobody else. See, you'll see them Moors sitting in the corner, scratching their head because they got so much wisdom flowing from them, they got to give it to somebody else.
Islam.
Because they know that's how they get their blessing from Allah.
Come on.
What you do for man, you do for who?
That's right.
Listen, that's a science. What you do for man, you do for who?
Allah.
Be careful. Be careful. Going to the Holy Koran, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Circle 7, Divine Path, by the noble prophet Drew Ali, by the guidance of his father, God Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from his sinful and fallen state of man and back to the highest place of life. Please forgive me. This is my Koran. You can tell I've been working it too. I've been having this Koran for over 20-something years. Islam?
Islam. Praise Allah.
Yeah. Islam. I
Islam.
want to go to chapter 8, the divine instructions from the Holy Prophet. Jesus revealed to the people of their sinful ways. And when I read this chapter, don't focus on nobody else.
Come on.
Focus on yourself. Islam?
Islam.
Because you got to deal with the triune.
That's right.
Islam?
Islam.
You got to have a relationship with the cherubim and the seraphim that's stationed at the sun. These two are stationed at the sun. And they invoke the mystical presence of the Creator who governs the solar stars. So what are you afraid of? They are protected by night and by day.
Islam.
Jesus revealed to the people of their sinful ways. In all the city of Jerusalem, Jesus taught at Carter by the riverside. He taught, and thousands of people followed him. One day, a carved juggernaut was hurled along by scores of friends and men. And Jesus said, "Behold, a form without a spirit passed by, a body with no soul, a temple with no altar fire."
That's right.
This car, Krishna, is an empty thing, for Krishna is not there. When we talk about Krishna, that's another word for a divine spirit. Islam? This car is but an idol. Listen, Morse, an idol of a people drunk on wine of carnal things.
Islam.
Allah live not in the noise of tongues. There is no way to him from any idol shrine. Allah meeting place with man is in the heart, and in a still small voice he speaks.
Islam.
And he who hears is still.
Islam.
And all the people said, "Teach us to know the Holy One who speak within the heart, Allah of the still small voice." And Jesus said, "The Holy Breath cannot be seen with mortal eyes, nor can men see the Spirit of the Holy One. But in their image, pattern, form, in their image, man was made. And he who looks into the face of man looks at the image of Allah, who speaks within the face, the countenance of Allah." Islam?
Islam.
And when man honors man, he honors Allah. And what man does for man, he does for Allah. And you must bear in mind that when man harms in thought or word or deed of another man, he does a wrong to Allah. If you would serve Allah who speaks within the heart, just serve your near kin and those who are not kin. The stranger at the gate, the foe who seeks to do you harm. Assist the poor. Help the weak.
That's right.
Do harm to none, and covet not what is not yours. Then with your tongue, the Holy One will speak. And he will smile behind your tears, will lighten your countenance with joy, and fill your heart with peace. And then the people asked, "To whom shall we bring gifts? Where shall we offer sacrifice?" And Jesus said, "Our Father Allah asks not for needless waste of plant, of grain, of dove, of lamb. That which you burn on any shrine, you throw away. No blessing can attend the one who takes the food from hungry mouth to be destroyed by fire. When you would offer a sacrifice unto Allah, just take your gifts of grain or meat and lay it on the table of the poor. From it, an incense will arise to heaven, which will return to you with blessings.
Islam.
Tear down your idols. They can hear you not. Turn on your sacrificial altars into fuel for the flames.
Listen.
Make human hearts your altar and burn your sacrifice with the fire of love. That's hard, man. That's hard, man. Moors. The prophet instructs us to learn to love.
Learn to love.
That
Islam.
means he was absent from that particular classroom.
Mm.
We have to learn. And look, when the prophet talks about love, he's talking about a saving power. Something that you set in motion and it begins to move out through the ethers, and it don't only touch you, it touch everything around you.
That's right. Come on.
We're talking about Allah.
Mm.
We're talking about the ultimate, the creator, the governor of the world, almighty, eternal, incomprehensible, who put the universe in you.
Come on.
If Allah protect me by night and by day, that means the method of his information and the security is already inside of me. When I go contrary to Allah's divine measure, then I fall by climbing.
Breathe.
When you're trying to be the mule and the horse, there's no understanding. How you gonna say love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, then turn to another mode and demonstrate hatred, slander, losing, murder, theft, and everything?
That's right, Grand Sheik. Come on.
The words of your mouth are the thoughts of your heart. It says in the chapter on sincerity, "O thou who are enamored with the beauty of truth," I mean in love with it, and have fixed, F-I-X, thy heart, the very place you meet Allah, on the simplicity of his charm, to hold fast thy fidelity unto her, and forsake her not. Her, H-E-R, because that hurt is impregnated with a life that will reveal your works.
Mm.
This is a living manifestation. We are Moors as our mothers and fathers were Moors. And they wasn't just Moors, they was torch bearers of civilization. They was the first to bring the light. The architects of the world. We have to have this information and stop playing the fool by half.
Mm.
The prophet know what you all need, got a constitution.
That's right, Grand Sheik.
And he said all members.
Mm-hmm.
All members, M-U-S-T, compelling, must. Those that don't obey the prophet, turn in your cards, your button, cease-wind your turbans and fairs, and return back to your state when you was a dirty Moor.
That's right. Nice and
You didn't know
plain.
nothing but wrong.
Nice and plain.
Stop pretending you wouldn't know what you're Ali. Because you know what? His teachings come from Allah. Inside of those teachings is latent powers, which is abundant, unknown, and may be called to action as a matter of defense at any moment. And that entails that you done took on a certain knowledge, a certain wisdom, and you're not utilizing it. So that wisdom and knowledge don't lay dormant on your five senses. Because the soul is like soil. The planes of soul is but what? The ethers, the condition of the spirit plane, conscious intelligence, not vibrating so fast, just on a slower rhythm. Islam? But in the true self of who you are God. Man is all. All in man are what? Not 10, not 12, 1. Only through carnal thought, word, and deed do we tear ourselves away from Allah. So we got to restore that harmony and peace. And how do we restore it? In oneself. Because every living thing is bound by a cord. No man unto himself.
Islam.
What you do to one man, you do to Allah. And when I mean Allah, you do it to yourself. Because you're actually feeling what you're doing. You ever notice you can't tell a lie? When you tell a lie, you like this. Ain't nobody behind you. Because the body wasn't made to harbor lies. This is a form and a pattern in the image made not by you and me, but by Allah. So how you going to take a lie and put it in the house of Allah and think you're going to get away with it? When you don't see yourself, others discover you what? Most plainly. We We already know man got a lower self.
That's right.
So stop pretending.
That's right.
Fool! The pain which thou take to hide what thou are more than what thou was seen. You run around here pretending to be something else when you just struggle. Without a fool, you would never know what. And man was put here to be what? The strength of Allah.
Made manifest.
The prophet know what you are. You came without Godship. You the one still want to be a Negro, black, and colored. You still want to go find a job. What about the talent that's been committed to your charge?
Islam.
So that talent gonna go dormant. You constantly looking for the very man that oppressed you to raise you to a certain level. Come on, man. I'm not telling anybody here don't work no job. But if you is, you need to be stacking them dollars. Because you can't keep working for him. Islam?
Islam.
You cannot keep working for him. Islam?
Islam.
Because if you keep working for him, you will never reach the mansion of eternal felicity in the prophet know what you are, the true foundation. You will never. We're an intelligent organization. And we have to learn these lessons. We got to come together. And you know what? I tell your brothers this all the time and sisters. You know, y'all don't know no prophet. Y'all trying to get the movement like the prophet had it. You ain't gonna pull that one off. Because that's not your mission. The prophet separated us so we can do our work over there, and over there, and over there. You think you divided.
That's
if you
right.
walk in the temple, they tell about who made you, and they don't say a lot. You know you're in the wrong house.
Islam. Nice and plain.
So you run like hell, don't you? Huh? So how can we tell about ain't no unity? The Moorish Scientific America is full of unity. We ain't got to go home together.
That's right.
Moorish Scientific America is a business.
Islam.
Do your part in protecting the prophet in the temple. But you got to follow the divine constitution and bylaw. You got to do like what the Supreme Treasurer said. It takes finance to uplift a nation. And finance just don't mean currency. It means management. You got to have the right people on tap to manage the more scientific.
Come on. Come on.
This is our
Come on.
biggest problem in this TFA. Because one walk in that door, he get a few keys, a few chapter, and he think he the grand chief.
Oh,
It's
no.
not working. No, I'm not talking about anybody. This is a holy day.
Islam.
Not say later on tonight, I won't say that. Islam. Praise God. That's a little divine comedy. But I'm just saying this. We have to start being real with each other.
That's right.
We have to start telling Moors, you know, Moors, died from the womb of our mother, and veils and waving from the loins of our father, inherited thou instability. There's two great felons of thy nature that we need to be conscious of, Annie Ruth and Jake. You know what I'm saying? Layers and layers of perpetual standards that have been given to us through genealogy, through our ancestors. That stuff is in us.
That's right.
That's why the prophet said, raise your thoughts to what?
Infinite wisdom.
And then he told you after that, see omnipotent, the power of Allah
Islam.
displayed before you. When you get to open up the Koran and say, know thyself and who? Allah. The Koran was given to you for your Lord self.
Islam.
To maintain it, to control it, to make it obey your higher self.
Nice and plain.
But the conflict can't be told in words.
Can't be told in words.
You make a mistake and all you do is tell me, oh man, I made a mistake. No! Don't weep at the calamity of the human state. Right. Laugh at his folly. In the hands of a man addicted to vanity, life is but what? A shadow of a dream. That same shadow, Moab.
Islam.
You run around here peeping in the shadow stream of your own mind, and you pleased with the pebble that you seize at the bottom, and you got a few more knuckleheads that you can bring them up and show them his pearl with the applause of the breathing. You delight yourself. You boast of entertainment and things that have no worth.
No word.
You spend time on naught, Moab. Love. If you ain't in this organization about love, you ain't gonna make it. This is a love pristine organization. We love each other.
That's right.
If you're doing anything else, or more, don't go over there with Kenu Bey Gs. That's Ethiopia.
That's right. Speak on it.
Of Ethiopia.
Speak on it.
Don't try to throw nothing else in the race too because of this reason. How can you teach love and teach separation at the same time? Against the very love that you're trying to establish. Where in this grand body, we don't care what grand body you're a part of. You got a nationality card and dual card, where we can see that and you doing what you're supposed to do in your temple, you all right with us. So we know you're doing the proper work. But don't come to us talking about no paperwork. We don't do paperwork up in here. I ain't going before no European to get no vow. Oh, yeah, you know.
That's right.
Did that mean for the rest of my life I'm selling on a ship with holes in it? Huh? Check that out, Mo. I got my paperwork. I'm going to Europe, and I come back and tell you, yeah, they recognize us, Mo. NASA recognizes us. Terrible. Prophet and science all that up.
Islam.
That brother did all that already. What is there more you need to know? Well, more you know, you got to find, you got to fill out this, you got to fill out that. All right, Mo. Proclaim and practice. Proclaim and practice. Let me get the brother Weaver back. Pardon me. Now, I don't mean to be so excited, but more excited make you shout sometimes.
That's right.
See, this is where the Christians need to be at.
Islam.
Then when they all out and shout, we can say, yeah, shout! But we know you're happy to come out there to homes and deaths and poverty and misery. We know you've been looking for Jesus on that goat. But I'm telling you, boy, Jesus came in here on a 2-hump camel. Islam?
Islam.
And we know Jesus is a code word. There, Yahshua sitting right before you. All prophets are one brotherhood.
That's right.
You can't divide Islam. Islam, well, brother, you don't practice all the time. You don't know what I practice. You don't know what I read. You don't know what type of Muslim I am. You don't go down to the floor. I'm a sheep. You don't know what I do.
That's right.
We got 2 doors in that office.
Islam.
One of them is private.
Islam.
So don't tell us what we don't do.
Islam.
But when the prophet came, he took us off our knees. Because we had been on our knees already. And he's telling us to follow the religions of Abraham, the God of our father. Huh. Better get serious. Honoring of man. Our holy prophet Noble Ali and Jesus taught that when you honor man, you honor